Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Welcome Kiki. No, that's not qualifying just yet, that is practice that has just started. So yeah, let's get out and run a few laps. Before the race begins, yes, it's only a 15-minute practice, and it's a short race, so, you know, we'd only be like an hour-long stream if we didn't do, practice, so why not, let's get into, trying to find out a bit of groove, a bit of a rhythm. It's been a few days since I did the sort of bit of practice earlier on in the week. Just go their way. But yes, we're here at COTA. First time I've raced at COTA for on LMU. Probably not the wisest idea, Geeky. I can't imagine that we do the brain many wonders with motion sickness. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. But yes, that's the thing. First race around COTA on Le Mans Ultimate, we're also running the shortened National out, which is a little bit difficult in these LMP2 cars. Round here. That chicane quite annoying on track limits. Slightly cut the corner there. What concerns me is that was apparently an orange cut, even though I don't think I gained anything from it. To turn out for the apex there. Thought I turned in too early. Quite a few of the corners here are a bit awkward and with the sight line. Or the apex is just hidden behind the A pillar as you're looking for your turn-in point. Very easy to lose the rear end in that braking zone. Keep it within track limits. Little bit wide of the apex there, I think. just trying to find where pace is. Also keep an eye on fuel usage. I just think with the track light, the fuel usage isn't as much of a concern this race, which is certainly an oddity for these LMP2 cars through a 45-minute race. Definitely feel like you could be more aggressive through there. Ooh, that was weird over the jump. Or, yeah, a bit of a jump. In the short chute that makes up the national circuit. Very easy to invalidate laps here. Quite a bit of tire wear too. So just under 5 minutes left of practice before we get into qualifying. On the brakes there. Just noticed front left has already dropped down to 88% tire life. That's dropping away very quickly. Just by keeping within track limits there. Might have been like a big lockup. I know I've had a few small ones, but I don't think I've had a big lockup to lose that much tire life. Hopefully we don't get that in the race. Cut on the inside there. Two more laps of practice. So pace doesn't look to be as competitive as it was at Bahrain. Just feels like it's understeering a lot. Another little lock up on the front left. Yeah, we're using about 1.9 litres a lap, and that's with a bit of safety to it as well. Let's just do a quick calculation. It's 27. We were seeing 124s, which is 84 seconds. So let's say 33, which would be 635 by 33, is, yeah, 1.9. So it looks like we can just about get to the end without any fuel saving. I won't put 10 litres of fuel in the car. Very easy pit lane to navigate here, a lot of space. By getting the tires up to temperature. I'm going to need to back up to create a gap to the cars in front, but we'll worry about that after we've done at the end of our second warm-up lap, you could say, after our out lap here. The track is quite hot, 37 degrees Celsius, so yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to get the tires up to temperature. Yeah, we know the front left does sort of struggle with a few fast right-handers, including the triple apex right-hander in the final sector. Careful not to take too much life out of the tires. So get them up to temperature. Turn to another corner, they'll put some temperature into that front left tire. Plenty of space behind us to back up into. And we'll do that now as we come through this long right-hander. Try and get the best exit we can to start our first push lap. Plenty of space in front of us to not be held up in this stint. Oh, big lock up though into T1. Running it in quite deep. Again, just locking that front left. Was slightly wide, but the game decided to not punish us for it. We only have more time in that lap. Yeah, that's a lot of time in turn one, half a second. It was green for a moment, so I thought the game was going to let us away with it, but then it decided not to. Oh, that's turning in way too early. Gonna back it off again, a lot of space behind us, so don't want to push the front left tire through here. As we have one more lap in this stint before we'll come in, get a fresh set of tires and go for another 5-lap stint. Find even more time in T1 this time. Hey Dave. A little wide for the apex, I think, there. Wide for the apex there, definitely. Yeah, drop in time on the delta. 24-1 puts us P4 currently. Goes up, yeah, 5 laps. Yeah, we'll just put a new set of tires on. Hopefully we can find a little bit of time. Don't think we'll be taking pole position. Really don't think I've that time, but see if we can get closer to the top 3 positions. Car behind went deep into turn 1. Pole sitter coming up behind us. Make ourselves a bit more space at the end of this lap. Once we've got the tires up to temperature a bit more. Front left there. Oh, I just took like 2 or 3% off the front left there. Front left, just front did not want to turn in there. Right, 2 more laps. Looks like we're not getting P2. Still push on to see if we can... that's not a great way to start lap. Yeah, would be nice to try and find some time. Just to cement P4. .3/10 last corner alone. Yeah, it's just by putting the entire lap together here though. Just not feeding the front end quite as much as I'd like to. It's not biting up as much. Not to mention I've damaged the front left. With a couple of lockups. Yeah, final attempt. Matched T1. I got that a little too much, didn't I? Yeah. That's just a little too much too. I'll finish the lap just to see what could have been. Another lockup. Turned in a little too soon. Yeah, definitely could have had P3. In the end, we get bumped to 5th place. Messy session. Yeah. Not the, was it P2 was it that we had in qualifying last week? I can't remember now. But yeah, front left will be it's so important to not lock it up as small lockups you can get away with, but some lockups just kill your tire wear more than others. You know, and really bring it down to that you know, bring it down by 5%. So it's you gotta be careful with it, but there's quite a few corners that really
drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Really make it difficult. Full tank of fuel should get us to the end without any fuel saving. So yeah, which is a bit of a shame. Fuel saving was our strong point last week, but then again, I think a lot of people were caught out by how much you had to fuel save to make it to the end of the race. Um, I don't think our sort of strategy advantage is going to be there here for the rest of the season because people have cottoned on to that now and will be aware of it. And yeah, they'll make sure that they don't mess it up as much last time. Tried pouring mine in the wet in the hypercar there. Monday's not going to be fun. Well, Dave, I don't know. That might be for you, but I think Monday's going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the iRacing races last night. Well, the second one. But yeah, that was something in the wet, let's just say.
Formation lap has started.
That really was something at that track that neither of us can pronounce. Lined in a little bit of weaving.
Green flag, green flag.
Slight bit slow to react there. No, that just felt unnecessary. Oh. Don't care if I get a track warning for this. Probably won't, coming from standstill. Felt like some unnecessarily aggressive moves there at the start. Only a quarter point there. At least we can push flat out this race to recover the positions. Just don't want to turn in there in case they stuck their nose back up the inside. That spin has also damaged the left-hand side tires, which we didn't need. Yeah, part of me wanted to just put a send on purely because they came over to block so aggressively. Like, I'm usually someone to take it very easy, very chill into T1. So I do not appreciate the aggression. Anyway, up to P13 now, still gained by a second on the cars in front of us. Catching up to a couple of cars here in the same livery too. Side by side into T1. Okay, another small lock up on that front left. Oh. Tim Bob's gonna let us through. Fine by me. I could do, they're just having the car in front of me spin. That's even more time lost now. .4 at the front of the field. Top three have broken away. I'd say our main goal here is P8, but try and push to get as close as we can to P4. Car in front running very deep. With the lockup. Gotta be careful not to run into the back of them here into the S's. That's a cut. No warning for it though. Or no track limit points. Around the outside here. That's a brave and bold move, but we made it work, surprisingly. Car in front of us coming into the pits. So that's up to P9. 6-second gap now to the next car in front. Let's see how quickly we can chase that down. We're within our fuel allowance. At least last lap. A slight cut there. See how easy it is to just pick up little track warnings. Luckily they are small at the moment. And we can average 2 track limit points over 15 minutes. Closed down the gap quite a bit last lap. Then there's like a 10-second gap to P6. Yeah, that's going to be the difficult one to close down. So easy, find yourself just slightly over the limits here. P6, I think that was having an issue. And that's unfortunate for them. One of the cars spinning. That gives us 2 places. Then we'll go chasing down P6. I just got twitched on the curb. If I got the car down to first gear, it would have been fine there. Well, we were over 2 seconds quicker on the previous lap than the car we were about to pass. So we still have a good chance of catching up to them with what remains in this race. Still over 30 minutes. Still a long way to go. Off the apex. Front left really not doing well on the tyre wear. Only about 12 seconds to catch up to where we were. Minutes remaining. So only a third of the way through the race. Too early on the turn in. That was... feels harsh. Again, like a 10th, and gives you 1.25 points. Spin for one of the cars that were in front of us. That beats us back up to P8. Has not been an easy race, that's for sure. Tires really struggling. Just thinking this would be a difficult race if you'd limited tires on. Front right there. Coming up to a lapped car. 20.5 seconds to P5, so yeah. Just a little lockup as it went to turn in. Yeah, not catching P5 unless things go quite horribly wrong for them. Shouldn't be braking on the curb. Still gained nearly a second on the current front last lap. Track limits. Pretty sure it's in track limits that time. Oh well. Didn't give us anything in the end for it. Ooh, someone has had a mistake, I think. Lundqvist has fallen to P6 now, only 10 seconds in front of us. Personal best middle sector, which is nice. Felt like the pace was getting away from me, which it kind of is with the lockup, as long as that one. Front left is really struggling. 20% lower than the rest of the tires. Twice as much wear. Shows you I've not been kind to this race so far. Car had a little snap on the right hand side curb there. Very wide for the car in front. That's going to be a slight cut. Another very wide moment. Yeah, this is effectively killing any chance I have of P6, annoyingly. If I didn't have such a damaged front left, I might have been able to make the move by now. because I'm definitely faster, but the parts I'm faster in are the parts where it's difficult to make overtakes, like there in the S's. Oh, seriously, car? Seriously? Did not want to, like, flick. Oh. Of course the car didn't want to flick spin when I was facing the wrong way, but yeah, when I was facing the right way, yeah, now we'll spin back to face the wrong way again. Kind of felt like that spin coming for a couple 100 meters. Just did not have a good line through sort of the chicane. The car was fishtailing a little bit. Thought I'd gathered it up on the exit, but as I was putting the power down, car decided, nope, that was too much. If you get the line right through the shortcut and the little chicane, this track can be good fun, but it's very difficult. Especially when you've ruined one of your tires and you're following someone. Very difficult to do. Next track, not as fun. I wonder how a race this long would have went around the full circuit. Whether the long back straight curb again. Well, that's probably because you're used to the Grand Prix circuit, not this national out, Gigi. Careful of rear tires there. Well overheated. Oh, that's gravel. Didn't realize that was gravel. I thought that's just tarmac. .11 minutes to go. Come on, car. How'd you stall that time? It literally had the clutch in. Front left. Good 6/10. I can just feel something's not right with the front left through this long right-hander. Just feeling a bit of a vibration through the wheel. That's not usual. That's a line. Still got time to catch back up to the current front retake P8. Thought the car was gonna go again. Really cannot get that double left-hander right anymore. Ah, the understeer. If we want to take P8, we need some quick, clean laps from now to the end of the race. Which is not how I'd describe my driving so far this race. Cleared that track limits. Oh, first time I've locked the rears. Aw, screw you, game. let's see if we do these P10 or drop to P10. Looks like we just will, but we'll not be far behind. So there goes P10 now. There's the pit limiter line. Three seconds. Yeah, we could catch 3 seconds. And now we don't have to worry about track limits. So we can push a little bit harder. Steer. Not want to turn. But yeah, we gained like nearly 2 seconds in just under a lap. Also, looking at how far the leader is in front of second place, I think a lot of people have had issues this race, mistakes, whatnot. Also have to remember the current leader is not the pole sitter. Pole sitter is currently in P3. Gain as much that lap. 2 laps to go. One more lap of catch up, 1 lap to make the move. Can we do it? That's not a great line through there. Very slow on the apex. On to the final lap now. Just never the traction out of corners. You can see on every corner exit they pulled like a few meters. Just meant it's never close enough. Yeah, tire's absolutely dead. Also, my mouse is acting up a little bit. I need to check that. Yeah, very tricky race. Really was something that. No, it's the mouse works but some of the special keybinds I have for it aren't working. Like I noticed when I was trying to copy paste earlier. Which I assigned buttons to my mouse to do. It wasn't working as intended. Let me just see. Something's up. I press that. Yeah. I think it's just something up with the software. Wasn't properly running. But yeah, anyway, we are going, as usual, we will finish off with Art of Rally. We're going to run the weekly event, daily and weekly events. Yeah. Can close that down. So, in the daily event, we did Tuesday's daily event after the Formula E's. We had a very good run on Tuesday, didn't we? Leaderboard Tuesday. Yeah, P12 in the end, top 3%. So, yeah, very good run on Tuesday. One of my best runs, I think. Let's see what we can do today. 12.2 kilometer stage in the mini. Long tarmac stage here in Germany. Wish there was more gearing in this, though. Just mess up. Thumbstick slipped off my finger slightly. Not too far from the finish line. There it is. 445.1. Definitely could have been better. 44th. Yeah, that's a bit of a struggle, but anyway, we'll move on to the weekly event now. Got 40th last week, 45th, 20th, and 29th. So, been consistent the last 3 weeks, but not as good as what we could do. Let's see if we can do this week. Group A car at Finland, starting off with a mixed surface stage for 8.5 kilometers. Looks like we have a Lancia Evo, or not, Mitsubishi Evo. As we get on to the gravel. Very short tarmac section on this stage. That was not a good jump. At least that jump went much better than the first one. That could have been a really big jump, but did not trust it. I'm glad I braked the little bit that I did there. Was not cautious enough through that right-hander. Couple of little small mistakes, but nothing too major. 27th, top 4%. Rightio. Into 5-kilometer gravel stage now. more of a technical stage, this one. I feel like I do have a little bit of damage. Something just doesn't quite feel normal. I think it's slightly down on acceleration, so maybe like 1 point of damage. But we're in 21st now, top 4%, so certainly going well so far. As we move on to the second half of the rally, 6 kilometer stage. No damage, just clean the car. So hopefully we can keep this up. Another technical stage so far. Car just gripped up in a weird way through the left-hander. Did not slide in the way I was expecting it to. Didn't lose too much time though. Well, did have to reverse. Probably lost about 3 or 4 seconds. Quite brave with the cut there towards the end. 247.0. Dropped down to 27th. Yeah, 6 positions gained from hitting the gantry. Went to the final stage, 5 kilometers to try and make up some of that lost time. Not hold a tight enough line for that tight left-hander. turned into that tree there. How far to go now? There's finished 220.5. Jumped to 29th. Not great final couple of stages. Yeah, mistake there in the penultimate stage as well. Dropped us back, but yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It definitely uh, could have been worse. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Not too long, only 1 3/4 hours. But we will be back with a lot more streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a couple of races. Starting off on the original Sao Corsa, we're going to be having the classic 2007 Bahrain Grand Prix in the classic Formula One cars. Third round of season. It's been a difficult first couple of rounds. Haven't really gone my way, but hopefully we can see a bit of a turnaround. Hopefully have a good race there. And see how strategy plays out for that race. And then immediately after that starts at 6 p.m. UK time, by the way. And then immediately after that, we come back to the Mon Ultimate with a 3-hour race around Sebring in LMP2 cars once again. So again, very familiar with those LMP2 cars. Done a couple of those 3-hour races, the Mon and Spa. Now both of them have went well. Spa didn't go very well. But the Mon went pretty well from what I remember. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Hopefully can have a clean race. With the hypercars and GT3s. Should be a good fun race. And yeah, that'll take us for about like 5 hours of streaming. Those 2 races will probably amount up to. Yeah, should be some good fun. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Geeky. Thank you, Kevin, for stopping by and chatting a bit. And of course, thank you to anyone else that was lurking throughout stream. Hopefully, I'll see you, as many of you, tomorrow. Oh, and we also then have Formula E's return on Tuesday at 7:45 p.m. UK time. Remember, the UK European goes into daylight savings Saturday night / Sunday morning, so that may affect time zones. For those countries that don't have daylight savings anymore or have already gone into daylight savings, such as the Americas. So yeah, hopefully I'll see a few of you on tomorrow, if not maybe again next week on Tuesday. But yeah, until then, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.